The ace set will be played here on Akilon Wastes. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position as the red Protoss ace player from SK Telecom T1. His name is Rain.
His opponent spawning as a blue Terran in the left top position of the map. His name is Innovation from STX, the super ace for STX today.
Don't forget, guys, the last time that Innovation was sent out, he got an all-kill. He's been doing very well in the Codes WCS Korea. Just overall, a very, very scary player. And, you know, he's starting to get a bit of cult personality, I feel. A lot of guys are realizing Innovation's the real deal and around the stay. But not to talk down about his opponent, Rain, here. He was the winner of the Auction All-Kill OSL back in, you know, a while ago. He's still a very solid player. Of course, number 3 in overall wins for Pro League. And you can't underestimate him as well.
And also, the only reason why Rain is not in random 16 right now is because of this guy, Innovation.
Looks like we're going to be seeing a command center first from our Terran player as well. He's already up to 14 supply. Continuing that SCV count. I like that Rain is making that gateway and then scouting. I have a feeling that he's going to be looking to see if his opponent Innovation goes for that command center first or not.
Oh yeah, this is a perfect timing to go for. Some players like to go for the pylon and then scout around for possible cheeses also, but after the gateway you could definitely scout this command center timing from the Terran player. And all Rain has to do right now is he's getting one geyser, he doesn't need to get a second one, he doesn't need to get a Zealot or a Cybernetics core, all he has to do is go for the Nexus right away. And
this probe is going to be a little bit annoying for Innovation here. That SCV down to 15 health. He's going to need to get another one down there to deal. Actually, good, very good from Innovation, bringing a second SCV instead of just one, so he can deal with that probe and continue building.
Rain, he's just going to go for the expansion right now.
Yeah, why not, man? He knows his opponent's going for the expansion. No need for him to gather any gas when he can get up in Nexus a little bit quicker.
Yeah, some players go like, well, I'm going to play a little bit more greedy by having all of my probes in the main base, and I don't care what the Terran player does. I mean, even if he goes for the 15 command center, I'll be fine against everything. But Rain saying, well, if I can gain a little more advantage by scouting the 15 CC by my opponent, then why not? I'm just going to scout around, see what he is doing. I want to know what the build order is before I take my expansion.
Yeah. Something I want to point out here, Rain did send out an early scouting probe, but the amount of kind of annoyance and damage he's been able to do with it has been able to kind of make up for not having that probe mine early on, because he's forced a lot of SCVs from Innovation's mineral line to deal with that probe.
And also, he got his Nexus up really safe. Cybernetics core just finishing up, and only 2 Marines just have started by Innovation.
Scouting SCV from Innovation, going to confirm that there is an expansion at the National here.
Well, he can't
maybe
see
not.
it just yet.
Maybe not. I guess he just wants to go into the main base first and
well, he does see the number of probes moving out, so he should know that the Nexus is over there.
Yeah, he should have an idea now. Pretty much seeing the double geysers right there, he's going to go, and yeah, he probably knows right now, based on, like you said, the SCVs or probes moving down. All right, so we got a Mothership Core already out for Rain here. Following that up with a Robotics as well. We're seeing Innovation grab his geysers and continuing to build a third barracks here, so he's going to have a good amount of bio units to deal with whatever Rain has in store for him.
Second gateway from Rain, and so far looking very standard by both of our players. Innovation getting a third barracks up, he's going to add in the tech lab, go for the upgrades while going for the factory starport, and the only variation that he can have right now is adding in a command center before getting extra tech.
We're actually seeing a pretty fast forge here from Rain as well. Starting to become a trend in PvT, I want to say, because the Terran players, they've been getting their first engineering bay pretty fast as well.
Yeah, the engineering bay was actually used for the Stargate plays, proxy Stargate or in-base Stargate, to defend against the Oracles without using the Marines. And at a certain point, one of the Terran players said, why don't we just get the upgrades once we get the engineering bay instead of waiting for the second one? So they're like, oh, get the +1 early on. And the Protoss players are saying, well, if you go for that, I can waste my 150 minerals also and go for the really fast +1 armor.
Yeah. And notice also the pylon positioning for Rain as well. As natural is kind of filling in the gaps of the mineral line there.
So he doesn't want any of the bio army to actually have a nice micro through all of those mineral lines, but it also does work against Rain in certain situations.
That's true, but overall I think that he's doing
Solid.
that for a reason, and he should be able to handle whatever comes his way. We got that +1 on the way, like we were talking about, from that engineering bay. Robotics bay just being constructed here from Rain, warping that in. And we've got factory tech on the way from Innovation as well. Going to be moving into a fast third command center likewise.
Oh yeah, Innovation likes to play a little more greedy than these players out here, just like Flash. He doesn't play as greedy as Flash. Flash, he would have gotten the command center before the factory by Innovation, understanding his limits as a Terran player and knowing that he could go for the third command center right now and still have an advantage. Really solid build, I have to say. His tech is not behind. The third command center is going to finish relatively soon.
We're seeing a Twilight Council that will complete very soon. That will allow the +2 armor upgrade start for Rain as well. And Robotics finishes. Will we see a commitment into Colossus from Rain? He does like his Colossus, by the way, guys. He makes a lot of them almost every game, but we have been seeing a lot of Protoss players go for faster Storm Tech recently.
Yes, but going for the Thermal Lance right now seems like Rain is going to stick to Colossus for now.
Yeah, going and look at this. The scan, it hits the Twilight Council, the Forge, and the Robo, so this is gonna, it's kind of a mixed information for Innovation. He's gonna see the Twilight, but he doesn't know exactly what his opponent's going for right now.
And if you see the Twilight with the Forge, even if you see the Robo, 95% of the time you're gonna say, well, he's gonna be teching into Storms. So Innovation, he needs to be on his toes to make sure that he confirms that those units are out before committing heavily into one of the tech choices that he could go for.
Our first Colossus has finished up for Rain here. He's going to be getting his second one as well. Looks like he still is only on one Forge, though. He does have his +1 armor, and he opted to go for the +1 attack instead of the +2 armor. But we do have Innovation going for his +1 armor as well. Moving out, getting ready to do a timing push against Rain here, but it's not going to work with two Colossus out.
Oh yeah, this is just going to be a little nice pressure against the Protoss player, and also just try to go for the multiple medevac drops if your opponent went for the greedy fast third. But look at this, Rain is adding 3 more gateways.
Adding on those gateways, really just powering hard onto bases. The blink is just about to complete here. We also have extended thermal lances will finish up as well. Revealing the Colossus, we should see some Vikings out immediately from Innovation here.
Yeah, he should start making those pretty soon, but Rain seems like he's not moving out anytime soon. He is getting the proxy pylons on the 12 o'clock position, however.
Oh, getting those pylons. No reason not to, really. More map coverage, and he can spot for drops a little bit easier from that side of the map.
Well, now Rain is slowly pushing out on the map. I didn't see any probe down at the third area just yet.
Looks
and
like we
this
have
is
an
not good
engagement here.
for...
excellent force
wow.
fields. This is going to be very bad for Innovation here. He's going to be forced on the defensive. Rain may be going for a humongous bust here due to seeing that early third.
And this is going to be bad for Innovation. He just lost the bulk of his army. The Colossus are alive still. And well, only 12 Marine 6 Marauders. No Vikings in sight.
One of the medevacs is almost getting destroyed there. And now we have force fields going down on that bunker. All of the SCVs being pulled from this as well. Rain far ahead in supply here. Innovation, he's losing everything here. He has no answer for those 3 Colossus and the Blink Stalkers. I think that Rain is going to simply crush Innovation with this timing attack.
Nice revenge by Rain for Innovation, taking me out in round of 32, saying, well, you got the win and WCS, but I'm getting the victory today in Pro League.
GG! Rain gets his revenge, defeats Innovation in the ace match with a very solid timing push. Goes for the 1-1, gets the blink, 3 Colossus, goes for it. Rain is so happy about that win.
It went so perfect for Rain. First of all, Innovation scouted everything that hinted at the Templar archive, Templar tech, so it wasn't 100% sure for Innovation, so he couldn't commit to the Vikings, he couldn't commit to the Ghost tech. Second, he did not see the Robo Ray, but also majority of his army got caught out of position and Rain just ate it up alive.
That's what allowed Rain to really go for that push there. I want to point out that Rain still had a lot of units left after that attacking the Innovation's natural. So I have a feeling that even if those units weren't killed off, he would have still been able to do a lot of damage or end the game.
Yeah, Rain was already thinking about going for the push and getting those units in the middle of the map, icing on the cake. Just go for the strong push. Your opponent doesn't have the Vikings, and even if he has Vikings out, what was it, like 12 Marines and 6 Marauders, 1 bunker?
Actually, the army was mostly